So we're going to start Angela's Ashes today by Frank McCourt. I want you to take a look at the cover, first of all. The cover created a big stir because they put actually a British boy on the cover. That's what the publisher decided to do. Why do you think that would be a problem? They have a strong dislike for the British, right? So he's too fat. Frankie was starving. This little boy, he's well fed. That's just definitely not the way things were for him. If you open the book, there is a picture. Oops. And you can see Frankie in the front with his knees up. That's Frankie McCourt.
Is this based on a true story?
Pardon me?
Is this based on a true story?
Yes, it's a memoir, which means that it's based on his memory he wrote. It's like an autobiography, but based on memory, not fact.
Which one is he?
He has his knee up and he's resting his arm on his knee. He's off to the right in the front.
So the front, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That's Frankie.
Sounds weird.
Okay. And so we're going to begin. My mother and my father should have stayed in New York, where they met and married and where I was born. Instead, they returned to Ireland when I was 4, my brother Malachi 3, the twins Oliver and Eugene barely 1, and my sister Margaret dead and gone. When I look back on my childhood, I wonder how I survived it all. It was, of course, a miserable childhood. The happy childhood is hardly worth your while. Worse than the ordinary miserable childhood is the miserable Irish childhood. And worse yet is the miserable Irish Catholic childhood. People everywhere brag and whimper about the woes of their early years, but nothing can compare with the Irish version: the poverty, the shiftless, loquacious, alcoholic father, the pious, defeated mother moaning by the fire, pompous priests, bullying schoolmasters, the English, and the terrible things they did to us for 800 long years. Above all, we were wet. Out in the Atlantic Ocean, great sheets of rain gathered to drift slowly up the River Shannon and settle forever in Limerick. The rain dampened the city from the Feast of the Circumcision to New Year's Eve. It created a cacophony of hacking coughs, bronchial rattles, asthmatic wheezes, consumptive croaks. It turned noses into fountains, lungs into bacterial sponges. It provoked cures galore. To ease the catarrh, you boiled onions in milk, blackened with pepper. For the congested passages, you made a paste of boiled flour and nettles, wrapped it in a rag and slapped it sizzling on the chest. From October to April, the walls of Limerick glistened with the damp. Clothes never dried. Tweed and woolen coats housed living things, sometimes sprouted mysterious vegetations. In pubs, steam rose from damp bodies and garments to be inhaled with cigarette and pipe smoke laced with the stale fumes of spilled stout and whiskey and tinged with the odour of piss wafted in from the outdoor jakes, where many a man puked up his week's wages. The rain drove us into church, our refuge, our strength, our only dry place. At Mass, benediction, novenas, we huddled in great damp clumps, dozing through priest drone, while steam rose again from our clothes to mingle with the sweetness of incense, flowers, and candles. Limerick gained a reputation for piety, but we knew it was only the rain.